guys, Marian here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a 5 tips and tricks video for having a positive natural birth experience. I wanted to make this video for you guys while I'm still sort of in the postpartum period and have a strong memory of my natural labor and delivery experience with my son. I did film a birth story video, which I will link down below, and I wanted to make this a shorter video with just my top 5 tips and tricks for anyone who's considering having an unmedicated birth and want to really drill down into what can help make that experience happen. I know with my first son, I experienced just a handful of contractions and said, heck no, give me that epidural. But with my second son, I really wanted to do it without it because I had had a negative experience with the epidural the first time. So for anyone else out there that's really motivated to not use medication for whatever reason they have, I wanted to share this video for you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I make videos about being a mom and being a Jewish mom. I would love it if you subscribe down below and give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. So my first #1 tip is to learn about hypnobirthing. Hypnobirthing is a technique of using your own mind's ability and hypnosis to power through pain. So it's actually very useful for anything in life, but it really is about the power of the mind and powering through contractions and also being willing and submitting to the natural process of birth. So there's a lot to explain about hypnobirthing, but for me it was one of the core elements that helped me get through natural delivery and actually made it an extremely positive experience. So I will put down below a link to the app that I used, which was the primary tool that I practiced with before labor and delivery. My second tip for you guys is to hire a doula. Yes, this is very expensive, but birth is pretty expensive these days in the United States, and a lot of insurances will cover at least a portion of a doula expense, so definitely look into it. I think giving birth naturally is really tough without having a super experienced person there to talk you and guide you through it. The nurses and doctors in the room, while they're there to support you, are not there to help you get through every single contraction and talk you through the natural process of labor and delivery. They have a lot of other things on their mind and in their job description, so I wouldn't rely on even a midwife to really get you through it unless you're the type of person that can really conquer things on their own and don't need that team aspect. I would definitely look into hiring a doula and making sure it's somebody that you connect with and want in that room during labor and delivery. I know for me, my doula made my experience amazing, so if you're in the Washington, D.C. area, definitely message me on Instagram and I can connect you to her if you need a referral. My third tip for you guys is to do some physical preparations before birth. This includes perineal massage, different stretches, and Kegel, muscle, etc. I will link down below some of the resources that I used. But while a component of physical preparation is important, that physical preparation is also mental preparation because those stretches and exercises are tasking. I don't want to use the word painful, although they can be, but it is exercise. So teaching your body to endure those experiences is really good preparation for labor and delivery. My fourth tip for you guys is to prepare positive mantras. So if you haven't picked up on it yet, it is all a mental game when it comes to natural birth and delivery. And for me, having things, moments, phrases in my mind to really dwell on was very helpful. So one of those was that birth is a natural process, and just to think about how many millions of women have gone through this and that we're meant to go through this. Our bodies were designed to experience this process. The second one was all about how contractions and pain is short. So with each contraction, or wave as they call it in hypnobirthing, it is painful, but then it relaxes. So understanding that that pain is going to be a short time and then I'll have moments to relax. So whatever sort of empowering phrase works for you, I would definitely think about it before you get to the hospital or delivery room about what is empowering for you to think about. And my fifth tip for you guys is to bring headphones. I definitely recommend the over-ear headphones so you can really tune everybody else out. But I created a playlist that was soothing but also empowering for me. And I brought my headphones, and like I mentioned in my birth story, I just danced and saying through my labor. I had my eyes closed. I'm sure people were staring at me like I was a crazy person, but I don't think the nurses cared. I think they were happy that they didn't have to deal with a patient who was like screaming and in pain. So I was just in my own zone with my headphones on, totally in a different world, and that was exactly how I wanted it to be, and it really worked for me. So I really recommend a good pair of headphones and a good playlist to get you through it. So that's all. Those are my 5 tips and tricks for having an unmedicated birth. I hope this helped you. I have no judgment for anyone who births anyway. I 100% recommend that you listen to your doctor in the room. If a C-section has to happen, if an epidural has to happen, so it goes. There's so little about birth and delivery that you have control over in the end. But I do think there is some prep you can do, and if you're really committed to doing it this way, I just wanted to help you out and let you know what worked for me. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!